Good afternoon, folks. I'm Preparedness here. I don't know. I was outside today, got in my car, drove down to get my medications for my son, and there looks like there's no quarantine going on at all. For some strange reason, people think that just because there's a face mask on your head, that you can't get sick. I won't name the business that I was in, but it's a pretty big one. It's one of these big club warehouse businesses. And I gotta say that people, I was being observant before I decided to get out of my car because I haven't been out. Man says, "Get home, I stay home." But if there needs to be a nightly news report on how to wear PPE properly. One fella had the face mask below his nose. Individual was walking out of the business, reached up, touched the mask to take it off, and then rubbed their eye. Folks, I don't give much credit to the human race as being bright. I was heavily trained in biological, chemical, and nuclear warfare, so it just broke my heart. I'm sorry. I don't want to. I'm not a. I just got to be honest with you, folks. These folks here where I live are dumb. Because one guy's wearing a bandana you can see through. Like, what? The idea of stopping a virus is that they're so small that you have to cover your face with at least an N95 mask. To guarantee, and it needs to cover your nose. It needs to cover your mouth. If you've got a bushy old beard like I used to have before I shaved my beard off at the beginning of this nightmare, it needs to seal the area around your face. Now, I was in that building for probably at the most of 5 minutes, and I wanted to go get a tetanus shot. The people that are behind the counters were doing excellent. The drinking fountains were covered up, so you couldn't use them. There was the marks on the floor for 6 foot. But when you got to the door, there, of course, were the marks on the outside of the building, but where the carts are at, the trolleys, whatever you want to call them, there's no control, so I had to wait for the idiot that was in front of me to decide what they wanted to do. So this idiot grabbed one cart, decided that wasn't the one that they wanted. Then he grabbed another cart, and they decided that wasn't the one they wanted. And they grabbed the third cart and moseyed on into the building. So I wasn't going to touch either one of those. But nobody was wiping down the carts before they gave them to you. And that made me so concerned. Inside the building itself, the separation ended right then and there. There was no directed path where to go as far as how you were supposed to control the flow of people down the aisles. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I'll be surprised if this state ever comes out of the pandemic nightmare we're in, because I'm not going back out. I'm staying indoors. And I'm going to prepare this here. Bye.